Aries. So I'm gonna do your reading, and we're gonna see what's up with your energies. Okay. So this is the Buddha Dhamma Oracle deck by Sofan Chan. I'm gonna pull three, and then we'll see what's at the bottom of the deck. Uh, compulsive feeling in the reverse came out. I don't know what that means. It is number 21. It says, we have produced many of our own problems through our confused mental states. So you may be feeling a lot of clarity on something right now, Aries. Like just crystal clarity. Like, oh my gosh. You know what I mean? Like, um, I don't know how it's an epiphany moment for you. It's what I feel like, oh, or aha, or like, it really. There's something about you're not feeling compulsive, but it's like it's a realization, all of the sudden realization. So this is non-sensuous misconduct. This is number 34. It says, from lust arises grief. From lust arises fear. For whoever is free from lust, there is no grief, much less fear. That's really powerful. The rest of the card says, sensuous misconduct is easily created by the erroneous views of an untrained mind about what love is and what love isn't. So I feel like you've put some thought into something about the way love has been expressed to you, or the way that you've been expressing love, either or, maybe both. Um, And I feel like you're maybe reconsidering some things. That aha moment I was just talking about, maybe a sense of clarity, as in, oh, you know what, my love language has changed as I've gotten older, or oh, you know what, I think I might have misinterpreted X, Y, and Z, or this person is misinterpreting X, Y, and Z about me. There's something. It's like you will either know how to fix a problem, or you're realizing that there is a problem, and now you can uh, address it, right? Either way it goes, you're doing something really very intentionally. There is no compulsive feeling. This is in the reverse. And this sensuous misconduct, I think it's just kind of saying that that energy is around. This third card is probably going to tell me a lot more about where that's coming from. You haven't really shown up in your own reading yet, is what I'm saying. This is Aries mindset all day long. You guys are very, like, once you make up your mind about something, that's it. And I'm not saying that you don't change your mind ever, because you will if it factually makes sense and it's something that you want. But those two things have to be in place for you to even give something like this a second thought. Aries are not, yes. So this self-fulfilling mind has just come out. It's almost like you're not even fulfilled. Like when you're not feeling fulfilled emotionally or mentally or in whatever way, you're compulsive, kind of like that little fire in your stomach towards somebody's, just because this card brought up sexually. That's not something that comes from like just what the person looks like, is what I'm seeing here, or just what you kind of feel in that moment. You know how to control yourself, is what this is saying. In the reverse, self-fulfilling mind, this is number 22, by the way, says our greatest freedom is the freedom to choose our attitude. That's exactly what I just said. So you've already chosen your attitude. This feeling compulsive, this is not in reverse. I mean, this is not in the upright. This is in the reverse, meaning that you don't have an attitude. You're not going to choose somebody that's going to make you feel either repulsed or like overly drawn towards them for superficial reasons. It just seems like your mind has to be fulfilled before you can even start to feel kind of a almost like a sexual urge or attraction, maybe. Or maybe that's a mindset that you're going to start having and that you did have. I don't really know. Just noticing that this card is folded right here on the edge. So there's something about your mind needing to be fulfilled before you're going to make non-compulsive decisions, which to me just sounds kind of rhetorical and common sense. Like, for example, if I'm single and I'm looking for sensual interaction, I can just go out and get that, but it doesn't mean anything. So if I really want to have a meaningful relationship with myself or others, then my mind needs to be fulfilled. If I'm not talking to people, I'm just, you know, interacting with them for a good time, not a long time, then that's a different story altogether. So, bottom of the deck, we have no false speech. Dang. You're being like brutally honest either with yourself or with someone else. Like this is not even like I'm kind of scared for whoever this is for, Aries. Because this you're not a you actually can be extremely compulsive, no offense, but Aries are like, the gung ho fly by the seat of my pants and live by the skin of my teeth kind of individuals. Like they're gonna do what they want to do. This compulsive feeling though, that's combined with this no false speech, it's like you're not about to say something off the rip. You're not about to just make up some stuff. Like you're actually trying to confront this energy. You're saying, no, I'm not doing anything that I don't feel I have mentally prepared myself for, or that I've mentally um, desired and is dissatisfying to me in any way, shape, or form. I'm not doing it. This no false speech, this is number 35, says, what is the right speech? Abstaining from lying, from to divisive speech, from abusive speech, and from idle chatter. That is called the right speech. That's a quote from the Buddha. It says, to speak truthfully is what your heart wants, and to speak in ways that will make you feel bigger and better is what your fictional self constructed by an untrained mind. Choose wisely. So basically, you want love. Everyone wants love. Everyone wants truth. Everyone wants a long term something. Everyone wants a place to feel at home, to go find your peace of mind, or to find a wholeness of self. Like you feel solid in the being that you are. That's what you're building right here, Aries. For yourself or maybe someone else. I don't know. You will know how this applies to your life. It just seems like you're not messing around about something. So we'll get clarifiers. I'm going to use the Rider Waite deck. So I'm going to get 3 cards, please. One for compulsive feeling in the reverse, number 21. Oh, okay. Ooh, do you see how these cards don't want to go together? You literally don't even want to have a compulsion. This is the look. So this is the 7 of Swords, which is typically known as like being smug or being a thief or trying to get away with something, right? This is coming right out, right ahead of this Knight of Cups, which would have been that compulsive feeling. This is usually like that's that. I mean, I wasn't trying to talk stuff about Aries at all. I'm just saying that y'all you fly by the seat of your pants typically. And it's not that you're trying to steal from anybody, but you do tend to know your own worth, your own value, and demand such. So that's this demanding, and you will take what you want when you want it by any means necessary. You're no longer doing that. You've now decided I'm only going to do that when I want something, not when I'm lusting after it. When I actually want to, like, my mind feels fulfilled with it. That's the only time I'm going to be making decisive decisions. Yeah, here it is. This is coming out with no sensuous misconduct. Okay? This is the 10 of Cups, meaning if you were to just go out there and lust, oh yeah, you'd have a ball. Aries have no problem pulling them left and right. That's not ever a problem. Are you kidding? But I'm just saying that this is you kind of fat and happy off of you can pull 10 girls or 10 boys or 10 whatever when you go out and hit the club or hit like that's not even what you're looking for at this point. You can do it. I mean, that's definitely within your repertoire. But the difference is now you're going to go out and look for men and women instead of little girls and little boys. Not to say anything like pedophile or perverted. Don't take my words like that. But I'm saying your demeanor has changed. Instead of being impulsive, kind of young-minded, small-minded about things, or looking at the immediate gratification of sensual desire, you're now looking at the for that longevity that we were discussing here. So kudos to you. That's a huge kind of maturing of a mentality. It's a really big step to take. It's not for the faint of heart whatsoever. So the world is coming out in the upright along with the justice. And I don't know how this came out and spun on the table. So I'm just going to take them both in the upright. This is complete justice for you. And this is coming out with the self-fulfilling mind. Okay? So this idea of our greatest freedom, this is the justice card, is the freedom to choose our attitude, which is completely what you are kind of grabbing the reins. I'm just seeing you grab the bull by the horns and like, or like the reins of a horse or something. Like it seems like you've got the the helm of the wheel. If we're in a boat or whatever, you understand what I'm trying to say here, right? That this is, you're creating that by also clarifying yourself to a level where no one could be compulsive towards you about anything. When you tell the truth, you don't have to lie. There is no web for you to get caught in. You're free to move about the country as need be, or the cabin of the, whatever, of your own vessel. Look, that's love right there. Bottom of the deck. So I'm going to do 2 clarifiers from this one, and that's going to be for you moving forward. What does Aries need to know about continuing this? I feel like you're, I keep grabbing my neck for some reason and was suddenly kind of sore. It's like you're healing yourself. You're healing your love style. There was something coming through earlier, just vaguely for a moment, about like that love language thing. Maybe your love language is changing, Aries, and you're like, I don't want to hear any lies. I don't want any compulsive behavior. I don't want any weird sex encounters with, strangers and all, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't want any kind of things that are like any stimulation outside of the mental stimulation that I want. Like, I'm going to choose that for myself. And that's complete justice for you. You deserve to do that because that's the way you give yourself love. So, anyway, what can we tell Aries? Okay, the family card did come out in reverse. So, you could be like really working on the family that you've already got, trying to figure out kind of work out the kinks, the little details that you might have overlooked before. You're no longer going to be compulsive about that. This compulsive feeling in the reverse is coming out with family in the reverse. So this is actually really solid. This says you're not going to be compulsive about connections with people. You now understand the value of some type of emotional depth being established with not only your family, but also this is you addressing this. I feel like this is family. I feel like this is lovers, and I feel like this is friends. I don't know why that just came through as well. Let me get one more for this transitional kind of feeling between the two. So without having to think about family, so obviously we're not being perverted. That's a clarifier for that portion. This is about your relationships with people outside of your family, or your partner that you're building a family with. If y'all are, I don't know what y'all could be going through. Yeah. So you're without your family, you feel like you're in despair. You're a family person. You need that center of like peace, grounding. Like you need to know that what you're fighting for is something that you can stand on. You can't just slough off the feeling of family. And it's something that you're, like I said, I feel kind of nervous for anyone that's going to get in your way. Like, I don't feel like you're in the mood for your toes to be stepped on right now. And I don't feel like you're in a compromising mood either. So, I mean, that's just something to be aware of, Aries. You guys can be really intimidating to other people who don't know the level of like, and it's not supposed to be scary it's not wrong, and you're not at all incorrect for feeling that way. You should have a passion for what you do. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here is the passion coming through. You don't want superficial, trivial, surface level relationships. You want the real behind it. And you're willing to do that for your family, for yourself, for your lovers, and for your friends. So kudos to you. Hopefully, whatever situation you're going through is quick and easy kind of to, put the pieces all back together. Good luck.